Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I realize that many of you have been sitting for some time, and so as not to test your patience too far, have no fear. You will be elevated out of your body, and the time will cease to exist, and hopefully you will be able to be in that space of vibration where there is no time and space, where you will have a great appreciation for how the mighty I Am Presence can stand in the octaves of light for eons of time without exhibiting impatience, having uncomfortability ride in and redirect the consciousness that would desire to hold on to purity, to perfection. So as you place your attention upon your own mighty I Am Presence, as you have been throughout this service, won't you consider what it takes for you to desire to be in the heart of God? Love is an important ingredient to your way of life. For without love, there is not enough clarity within your consciousness to know the difference between what is just and what is unjust, what is a vibration that welcomes God and what does not, what is the will of God and what is not. From the beginning of your very first incarnation, you have been faced with discerning these paths that you might embark upon, understanding that you are given free will to choose for yourself what is the quality of life that you will live. It is only right that we would come time and time again to remind you of the vibration in its highest and purest outpouring from the heart of God, so that you would not be caught in a never-ending spiral of disintegration, not recognizing where you require change. I, Venus, know well the initiations in love that you are tested day by day to discern whether or not you are ready for even greater initiations. that would allow for the unmitigated love of your own God presence to pour through your vehicles of consciousness. Perhaps you have understood by now that it is the grace of your own God presence, of the Lords of Karma and the cosmic councils, that mitigate what is released by way of cosmic light through your lower vehicles. For they must be trained. There must be a firing of each of these vehicles so that they are prepared to hold the more intense light of God. I have come to tutor you so that you would have a greater appreciation for yourself of what is required to initiate the ruby ray. For if there is the absence of the nature of your own heart flame, unfurled throughout the entirety of your being as God love, there cannot be the magnet prepared by that heart flame to draw unto you the circumstances of life that will assist you in overcoming those areas that you have yet to appreciate as God reality. If there is not sufficient love for God in your life, you will not draw the will of God, for at every turn, your heart, locked away, will not be able to announce to you the signs, the open door that you must pass through, that are the will of God. If your heart is locked away, you may just as easily pass by that one with whom you are to share life, to embrace all that life has for you, and to learn together, holding the balance for one another, and establishing a greater momentum of God love, because you are together. If the heart is locked away, there will not be a depositing of illumination's flame within your own mind to announce to you what is the right course. Where are you to place your attention and energies? You see, blessed hearts, the heart, when it is absent the desire for God love, and there is an insufficient amount of love as God gratitude toward your own God presence. There is not the activity of the threefold flame of the heart filling your life. It was determined that I should speak to you on this occasion on the ways of love, so that you would understand that it matters not the pursuit of life that captures your attention at any given moment. For it requires, in all ways, God love, for there to be illumination, for there to be the will of God, for there to be the power of God, the purity of God, the healing of God. There must be God love. This is why our planet has long ago ascended into a golden age. For each one took up the task of searching out within their own life what were those areas bereft of love. What was allowing a disintegration of the fabric of God love in the workplace, in the family, in relationships of all kinds, in nature. For yes, blessed hearts, it is only when there is the full appreciation of the heart as love that the outpouring of your own God presence nurtures and tends to the temporary rinse in the garment of that which is the focus of your attention. If you desire healing, then love God sufficiently to magnetize the healing currents into your life. If you find you do not have the ability to maintain your harmony with one or more life streams, or even your own outer self, then love more intensely. Allow the heart to send the tentacles of the heart of your God presence as rays of light to touch that part of life that heretofore has not experienced your love. Oh, if we, the ascended and cosmic beings, could teach all mankind to love unconditionally with a magnitude that would transmute and consume by the very action of the flame of love unreality, you would have on the instant a golden age upon the earth. Let your heart be so filled with the love of God that it displaces all unlike itself. It washes away any selfishness or self-concern. It consumes all pettiness, all irritations, and it allows for the chalice of one's being to be filled with all of the rays of God consciousness that are required for your attainment and mastery, regardless of what is the requirement for each one individually. For the path of love allows for anchoring the fires of the heart of your own God presence into the world of form. Without God love, there is no purpose for life. For the multiplication of life as God comes forth in a foundation of love. When you find those pettinesses of life, the irritations of life, the sense of limitation of life that from time to time present themselves to your awareness, just as quickly as it is dawned upon your consciousness, turn your attention to the flame of love and see how quickly the presence of God can change the very vibration in your midst, can alter even your own countenance, and allow for your consciousness to set the tone and vibration that reverberates out through the fabric of life as God love. Then you will have the chalice prepared for God wisdom, God will, God purity. And as the threefold flame of the heart begins to weave the patterns that are the requirement for you to gain your mastery and attainment, you will have a great awareness that the hand of God truly is at work in your life, that the presence of God is evident by the vibration that you have become accustomed to experiencing. For when we come in our consciousness and allow an outpouring of our heart for you, you have been able to drink in that elixir of life as it is charged by our consciousness and by the presence of God. Let that be the standard bearer for your life, so that all your days you will embrace the love of God, and in turn, love God in all of life. This I, Venus, vow to you is a glorious attainment that will keep you all the days of your life in the arms of the presence of God. Be sealed by the action of the angels of Chamuel and Charity as they stand round about your life stream, continuing the charge of God love, so that you will find it effortless to break loose from the heart of God. For that heart is in abundance all about, and wherever you turn your attention, there is God love. And you see only God love, hear only God love, speak only God love. This is the flow of love that you are intended to be within. Embrace it as it is the presence of God. Till we meet again in the great activity of God love, I will hold you in my heart.